Self to the stream. I just went live, folks. I'm sorry about that. We had a big old computer mix up with the technical difficulties, but we just figured it out, I think. And I just dropped this into the channel. What's going on, everyone? It's a Monday. It's after the draft. It was an interesting draft. It was an interesting day. It was an interesting situation. It was an interesting I don't know what to say. It was interesting. We got OGRs Sports in the room. We got Zack Attack coming in. We got the big Jose saying, I don't agree with the second round pick. Espionage with Dean still on the board. I got to fix this camera, man. Oh, my goodness gracious. I couldn't get anything to work. couldn't even get my laptop to work. I don't know. I don't want to sit here and say there's espionage. I don't want to sit there and say the Giants were taken. They were bamboozled. They didn't have the opportunity to draft the guys that Shane wanted to because the entire staff in regards to scouting was left over from Gettleman. Our scouting director was left over from Gettleman. I think a lot of people don't know that was left over. Shane didn't have a chance to put in his guys. He didn't get a chance to put in the Shane guys. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it was a home run draft. I mean, I think good afternoon, Matthew. Good evening. How you doing today? Honeypot says, all I want is a problem before the first game. All I want is no problems before the first game. I don't want any problems before the first game either. I can't sit there and tell you that Robinson is going to be the special thing. I can't sit there and tell you that Robinson is going to be all these things that people want him to be, because I don't know. He's a 5'8" guy with 4.4 speed who can bench press 225 pounds. I think 28 times it was, something like that. I was in the gym today. I did a set of 30 at 220 on the bench. Does that mean I can play football? Does that mean I can come out of retirement, suited back up? It don't mean shite. The best, Mr. Albert says, the best way to describe the draft after the first round was there were better players available on the board. There were tons of better players, better talent. But I think we're looking at a system talent. I think we're looking at a system fit. And I think we're looking at guys that are going to be the influencers on this team that are going to allow the Giants to find the right direction for the organization. Tom Taylor says, we didn't go after our punter. Big Don, always dropping in the super chat, says, no Willis ticket, but let's get a big blue player development. Oh, yeah. What's up, Tim? Happy early birthday. Tomorrow's my birthday. It's my birthday, and I'll cry if I want to. I'm not going to cry. Getting older, though. Sexier. We're getting older. Zack Attack says, I saw an inane take on this one saying Jeremiah Johnson is a home run and Kayvon is a bust. I don't think that you can't go by. I saw this insane thing, and I don't remember. It was on Twitter. They broke down the draft, and they said that per value, per talent, the Giants have the best draft out of any team in the league. How the hell do you know that? How? Seriously, I really would like to know how this was. It had to be Pro Football Focus. But how do you evaluate that 2 days after the draft? What's the evaluation process? People say, I'm crazy. What's up, Fabian? What's going on, Fabian? I can never know if your name's. I like Fabian. It's probably Fabian, but I like Fabian. Eric Camara says, thank you for addressing the staff and scouting. We never moved on from the Gettleman staff. The entire scouting department for this draft was Gettleman's, not the Shane's. The scouting director was Gettleman, was a holdover, not the Shane. People don't know this. People don't understand it. And I said this before. You take Wan'Dale Robinson, and you take him and you scratch out the Shane name, you're writing Gettleman. I guarantee you people would lose their mind. It's a perception. that Gelman sucked. It was a perception that Shane is going to be awesome, that everything does is godlike right now. I'm seeing some people say 11 wins. 11 wins. 11 wins. I can't remember what movie it was, but the quote was, did IQ's dropped since I've been gone? I was only gone a couple hours. Todd says all he has to do is top 420, and we're already starting his pro career better than Tony and get a touchdown. That'll be amazing. I know Todd's being facetious, but that's okay. I like faceticism. Faceticism. I think that's great. I'm not saying he's going to be a bust. I'm not going to say he's going to be terrible. I'm not going to say anything yet, because you want to know why? It's like 3 days after the draft. I don't understand how, and I get concerned. I'm concerned that people sit there and tell you these are the same people who 3 weeks ago were saying we were going to win 4 games in this, and now we're winning 11. Talent did not all of a sudden just appear. This talent still needs to be cultivated. I was talking to someone today. I was talking to James Williams today. And I said, you know what the problem was the last 4 years, I'll say, the last 4 years of this giant organization? We weren't coaching up our players. We coached down our players. We made them worse. So can I sit there and realistically tell you that we're going to be better with Kafka, with Wink, with Shane? I don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Matthew says, I felt they had a pretty good draft, definitely a few reaches, but overall, I believe we have a real coaches to bring out the best guys. They were systems pick. They were systems guys. Shane even came out and said, basically, we are looking for the athletic, the smarts, people that fit. Here's the only thing I'm going to tell you. From experience watching the Giants in 76, from experience being in the league, this is what I'm going to tell you. Sometimes going for systems guys over talent will be a disaster. Sometimes you can fit a guy's talent into a system, but you cannot take a guy that's just system oriented and make him more talented. Wow. That was a little feng shui. That was good. I would write that down, but I already forgot it. What's up, honey pot? I need DJ to play. DJ needs to play every game in the preseason. We had 3 games. Back in the old days when we had 4 games, game 1 starters played a series or 2. Game 2, they played into the first quarter, most of the first quarter. Third game, they would go into the third quarter starters, and fourth game they wouldn't play at all. DJ, in my mind's got to play every day. He's got to play at least a quarter to 2 quarters a game just to see what he has, because we still don't know. And people that are relying on the fact, OGR said it best today in our podcast, we have a 4th place schedule. We may have gained more talent. So we may win 5 or 6 games. We may be picking in the teens, which means it doesn't mean you're going to be in the top 2 to 3 to get a quarterback. Think. You better think. Think what you're trying to do to me. What's up, Pink Neck Slick back? Haven't seen you in a while. Oh, actually, I saw you in chat today. How did Daniel Jones fanboy tell me Dable believes in DJ? Yes. The evidence of that is him picking up his option. Oh, wait. I think the evidence also was we sit there and we see Shane talk about Daniel Jones, and he always says, Daniel Jones is he said, go look it up. Daniel Jones is our quarterback for now. I think that's a statement that you want to look at and say, what? Things that make you go, It's my birthday tomorrow. I'm excited. I'm pumped. That's why I'm doing the show tonight. I want to come out tonight and just say hello to everyone. because it's my birthday and I'll cry if I want to. I'm not going to cry. I already said that. OGR's in the house. OGR, good video today with OGR. Good podcast, 312-1 podcast. Go watch it. Go see it. It's great. He's right. The Ravens had the best draft, in my opinion, as well. Grant, I miss you, brother. I think we got to suck until we get out of MetLife. I think we eventually be back here in New York. Mara hasn't ruled it out. He said it's a matter of that. I think per the New York Post. Yeah, but I think they got another 70 years on that lease. Emmanuel, what's going on, Emmanuel? Fabian saying, finally someone making sense. Wan'Dale better be an Eagle killer. Yeah, because I think the Giants got a little bit more problems to worry about the Eagles right now than Wan'Dale Robinson. Good evening, Kevin. First round. I didn't hate the draft. And I want to get some opinions on the draft. Who do you think your best guys in the draft were? Who do you think the worst guys were on the draft? Who do you think is going to excel? Who do you think is just going to throw up a stinker? I want to see it in the chats. That's what I want to do this show today. I want to see in the chats what we got, what people got. Captain Alvarez says Giants should have one win if they get their quarterback. They need to have one win. No prediction. Honeypot says no predictions. No prediction yet. Show me. Show me, Bama. Where'd I got through this one, but I like this one still. Oh, wait. Yeah, I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. What's up, Steel Curtain? Thank you for the super chat, my friend. Like your channel, saw the Wills videos. He should have been our guy. To me, Pickett is just a Cousins. We have Burrows. You know what? Thank you, Mr. Steel Curtain. I don't think you went bad with Pickett. I don't think you went bad with Pickett at all. I think Willis should have went, but I don't think Tomlin trusts Mitchell Trubisky. I worked with Mike Tomlin in Tampa. He was the defensive backs coach, and I've said it a million times. When I was there, people weren't sitting there. People always thought he was very intelligent, but no, I don't think anyone ever thought at that back at time, because that was like 2003, that he was going to be this great coach. But he's turned into that, because you didn't know back then, but he's turned into that, and he is ready to win now. If you want a ready-made winning quarterback, it's Pickett. If you want a guy that can come in like the Duck, and I'm not saying he's going to be Herbert, but if you want a guy that can come in and grasp your offense and play immediately, it's Pickett. But if you want a guy that 2-3 years down the road may be better than Lamar Jackson, maybe better than Russell Wilson, maybe better than a lot of these guys combined, it would have been Willis. I already sent away and got my Tighten Up t-shirt. Be wearing it next time I do a stream. What's up, LJ? LJ's in the house. You share a birthday with The Rock. Well, The Rock's birthday is tomorrow. I didn't know that. Happy birthday to me. I'm throwing myself a party. You want to know why?
Am I the meanest?
Sure enough.
Am I the prettiest?
Sure enough.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Sure enough.
You know I am. Sure enough. What does Kevin got to say here? Not for nothing, but mine's the 4th. Well, happy almost birthday. Thank you, my friend Matthew. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you again. Thank you again for coming on. I want to appreciate everyone that came on and stood with us when we did the draft stream. We had a bunch of subscribers on. It was great. Because I said it a million times, you don't want to just see me. Tonight, you're just going to see me. But you don't want to just see me. So we actually had, I think, 10 to 13 at one point. All just subscribers. What does Christian say? Judge gets the blame too. Slayton, Jones, Randolph, Barkley all got worse. Colombo, Garrett was making Thomas. Yeah. But Barkley was hurt. Kyle was washed up. I don't think Slayton ever readjusted to the league adjusting to him. And we don't know about Jones yet. And I think those are the questions right now. They drafted run blocking line. They believe Saquon more than they do in Jones. No one can tell me otherwise. About the offense like the Titans. You know what's funny? I thought this too. I thought this as well. I think they are going to go run heavy. I think that's the focus that's going to be here. They're going to go run heavy. And I think the guys that they picked, a lot of them are more, they're not athletic. They're all referred to as maulers, except for outside of Neal, who's I think is athletic, but he's got a little issue with his feet. But they're more of maulers. They're going to be more downhill guys. And I've always said this a million times. It's easier to attack than it is to backpedal. And that's what these guys are. There are guys that are going to attack. And I think you're right. I think we're going to go run focus, run heavy situation. But I wish we would have picked up a running back. I wish we would have found a running back to there. Oh, GR Sports, you didn't have to. Happy birthday, Tim. My favorite draft pick is the tight end, of course, is Daniel. As it goes, as time goes on. Yeah, I know you like Daniel a lot. You like Bellinger a lot. You like that kid a lot. We did a big video with him. We like him. I like the tight end. I heard Travis Kelce. I don't see that. I know he had no drops last year with 30-something receptions. He's another big guy. He's another strong guy. He's another guy that's going to help push the pile. I heard Ballard. Jake Ballard. I remember in the Cowboys game where Troy Aikman was calling it, and he kept calling him Hank Ballard. I love that game. He's calling him Hank. It's like, no, it's not Hank, dumbass. But thank you again for the super chat, my friend. But he's a good tight end. He's gonna. You got Ricky Jones Seals Jr., whatever his name is. He's gonna be the pass blocker. The safety room. I know they picked up the kid, but the safety room is still a little empty. Instead of having Julian Love and Xavier McKinsey waving at each other, now you got 3 guys waving at each other. I would like to see that picked up a little bit more. The linebackers. I like Beavers. I like Beavers a lot.
That's what she said.
But again, these are guys that I think they're going to be fill-in pieces. And the problem is when you have a roster so devoid of talent, you need these fill-in pieces. You need these pieces that are going to help you build the roster. And I'm going to tell you this. The Giants just signed 9,468 undrafted free agents. Why are they doing that? Because they're still not even with the rule of 51 under the cap enough to sign their picks. So what you do is, and I was talking to OGR about this last night, what you do is you have a bunch of rotational guys making rookie minimum, not veteran minimum, rookie minimum. And you interchange out the salaries during the season. And I think that's exactly what they're going to do. Thank you again for the super chat, Mr. Pimpney. Slick back. One thing about Dable and the Bills' pass offense struggles about a year and a half ago. Allen was making plays off script, but the scheme wasn't great early on. It's a good point. It wasn't great. The problem is Josh Allen now, not Josh Allen 2 years ago. Josh Allen now is going to make any scheme look good. That's the problem. The problem is Daniel Jones is going deep into year 4. Is he going to be able to do the things that Josh Allen does? No. Different quarterbacks, different styles. No. Can Dable and Kafka coach him up? I don't know. I can't tell you that. I would love to be this prognosticator and tell you everything because I see all these things online. I see all this shit on Twitter. And people are just like, well, this is going to happen and this is going to happen. How do you know? How do you know the 5'8" Smurf wide receiver with 4.4 speed is going to turn into Stephen Baker? Or he's going to turn into all these other guys that I've seen because he can lift 225 pounds 23 times. I said it before. I did a set of 30 at 220 today on the bench. Not as quickly as he did. But does that mean I can suit up again? No. What's up, my friend? Happy birthday to me. Thank you for that birthday wishes. I don't want to hear trust the process. Don't want to hear it because I'm a quasi-Sixer fan. I spent 7 years at Wells Fargo sitting courtside with Will Smith, getting jiggy with it, and then having to hear we're trusting the process. You know how many picks are left from the process? Joel Embiid. Where's Ogleford? Where's Norns Noel? Where are all these guys that were trusting the process? No more trusting the process. And the guy who architected trusting the process gets fired. The process didn't work because they took the assets and traded them away. Oh. Woosah. Oh. Tim, you just changed the scouting staff first. I know. I don't want to say it because it is Gettleman's staff. It's not even Gettleman's staff. It's the same guys that have been in place for years. Years. That's all I'm going to say. What's up, Zach Attack? If the Giants are going to run heavy, why didn't they draft a bruiser? I don't know. Honestly, but if you look at the line they signed and you look at the line they brought in free agency, they look like they're going run happy. I think that's what they're going. What's up, Mr. Authentic? Thank you for the birthday wishes. Birthday's mañana. That's why we're doing this today. Giants Clown. What's going on, Giants Clown? What about the huge undrafted free agent in Nebraska? He seems interesting. I'm going to tell you this about undrafted free agents. Got into a fight with OGR about this years ago. You're an undrafted free agent for a reason. You didn't get picked in the draft for a reason. You were on the street soliciting teams for a reason. That's all I'm going to say. Let's not put so much pressure on these kids. Travis Rudolph is still looking to catch a pass again. That didn't work out too well. David Sills has been on the team for 3 years, got 1 catch, 1 drop. These guys, you hope you find a gem. You hope you find someone. You hope. I hope. You hope. But you hope. But you can't count. What does Jason say? I'll take a quarter shock you with the kid over Ingram, 10 out of 10. You know what? I think he's going to be definitely an upgrade from Ingram. He's definitely going to be an upgrade from Ingram. Not in regards to talent, because I think Ingram's talent's undeniable. He just never put it together. But he is going to be a guy that is going to block. He's going to do the dirty work. And he's going to catch you some passes. That's what you want. Maybe if he catches 20, 30 balls, we're all good. We're all happy with that. Maybe they could brainwash Saquon into running north and south. I love it. This is what I love. I'm ranting tonight. You're supposed to get older. You're supposed to calm down. A couple weeks back, people were like, Saquon's washed up. Saquon, we need to trade him. We got to get rid of Saquon. He's gone. And now it's, well, Saquon's going to run for 1,200, 1,300 yards behind this new line. Guys, you just told me 2 weeks ago he was washed up and we should trade him. Now he's the reincarnation of Barry Sanders. Which one is it? Thank you, Greg from Sweden. Happy birthday. My birthday's mañana, but thank you. Our lease is only 25 years. I didn't know our lease was only 25 years. About that. You could teach him to slide at least. Can't help his head knocking himself out. Oh my God, that's true. He can't slide. How do you know it won't happen? I can use the same logic, but that's the thing. Corey, you're missing the entire point. You're part of the problem. I'll tell you this right now. How can you tell me it's going to happen? Because I can't tell you it's not going to happen. So that's not logic. That's craziness and stupidity to even post that. Corey, you know what, Corey? You're just going to have to, I would just delete that. Because that just came off really dumb. Stephen Baker, the touchdown maker, he was 5'8" and 102 pounds. No, it was probably 102 pounds. But we don't know. Nobody knows. I can't tell you. I can't tell you these guys are going to suck. That's why I gave this draft an incomplete. Because I think they knocked it out with the first 2 picks. But I don't know about anything else after that because they went a little crazy. If you look at someone sent me this. I'll get my phone out here. Someone sent me this about the consensus of where we drafted compared to where we should have drafted these guys. So we have this is against guys that are using scouting reports. We took the 43rd pick. The consensus pick was 84 in reference to talent. 67th pick, it was 177. 81st was 194. What does that mean? It means shite if these guys turn out to be all-stars, Pro Bowlers. It means nothing. But we don't know. Relax. Have a beer. Don't cost nothing. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. Dan Orlowski said, Daniel Jones' bad habits have been going on since he was 16 years old in his high school. Dable isn't going to magically change that in 1 year. No, he's not. That's why they didn't pick up the option. That's why they didn't say that $23 million looks good to us, because if he balls out, this is what you need to think about with Daniel Jones. This is what you need to think about. Get these likes up. We got 23 likes. I want to get to 50. This is what you have to think about with Daniel Jones. If they thought so highly of him, why would they roll the dice that they may have to either franchise him or give him at least $30 million instead of just picking up the option for 20 plus? Thank you, Nikki. I appreciate it. And just for Nikki. Everyone, this is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best in New York Giant Sports Talk Entertainment. Oh, that felt good. When I saw the Giants post and mic'd up and he was cheering Jones making his progressions, I was like, uh-oh, he ain't making those progressions. Oh, my goodness gracious. Good balls of fire. West Virginia trusted to climb, taking psych classes. The word trust, thank you. I had to take 2 years of psychology, and I had to take another semester of abnormal psychology. And I will tell you this, yes, that is a key word, and we can get into projections later too, but yes, Zach, very good. Mr. Authentic says, what do you say, Mr. Authentic? Trusted GM. He's a man about his business. He can tell you about the respect that Abel shows him. It's like an artist into a manager relationship, father figure, like will have to give us, they'll have us right in no time. I don't know that. Don't know that. I am giving all the leeway in the world and all the trust in the world for Dable and Shane. But like I said before with Corey, I don't know this. Because of the fact that Shane has never run a team. Dable has yet to even run his first practice. Kafka's never called an offense. The Wink has never done anything outside having a plethora of talent in Baltimore. I don't know. I don't give people false hope. I'll give you hope, but I won't give you false hope because that's a dangerous thing. Todd says, tell this to the people that think the USFL teams are better than the others. I watched some of the USFL. I enjoyed watching the USFL. I enjoyed watching it the other day. Keep seeing someone over there. I think it's a ghost. Hope it's not a ghost. I'm in the basement. It's dark. Except the lights. And Nikki said the Chiefs took a chance on Justin Ross. I hope he balls out. Hope so too. I hope a lot of people do. Joe said, don't forget 40% in the league is made from undrafted free agents. Yeah, you got that stat wrong. That's okay. Me and OGR are like this now, man. Now we're brothers. Now we're like this. We are like this. Greetings from the Barbados. Tim, advanced birthday greetings. Draft weekend is over. And now on to the offseason in earnest. We got to figure out the cap. We got to figure out the salaries. We have until the break of training camp to figure this out. Do you get rid of Bradbury? Do you restructure Adoree Jackson or Leonard Williams or both? Do you just avoid and gut the roster of any type of NFL talent and then turn around and just bring in all these guys? Here's what I'm worried about right now. I'm worried that that's what they're doing, that they're going to gut the roster and have all these undrafted free agents. All these other guys come in just so they can clear the cap and keep the decks cleared for 2023, which we know it's going to be a bad season. We know it. These smart people do. Oh, what's going on, my brother? I keep forgetting you changed your name. We need to get rid of Daniel Jones. Well, but we're stuck with him. We're stuck with him. That's good. It's all good. It's all good. Great song. Christian says, with the personnel, think Giants are going to be a short mid-passing game, yards after the catch. I would agree with that. But if you watch Mr. Robinson's footage from Kentucky, watch the fact that a majority of the plays he gets pulled down from behind, and he's playing in Kentucky. Watch the fact that the games that he played against top tier talent, there was a big drop off in discrepancy in reference to stats. Everyone's going to point to the bowl game. I know everyone's going to point to the bowl game, but one game does not define a career. I've talked about it before. I had 19 tackles in one game. But you know what? The highlight film doesn't show the 7 that I missed. So that means I should have been in the NFL. No, and I've always said it before. The only 2 things that stopped me from playing in the pros. That was injuries and lack of talent. And I'm not saying Daniel Jones is lacking the talent. All I'm saying is he may have an issue processing what you see. I always make fun of my math skills. I can always make fun of that. But if you put something in front of me and you put together an equation or a situation, I process that very quickly. I help people with their math and stuff like that all the time because I get people that call me from their job saying, is this, and I will see it. I will process it. I will give you an answer. I don't think Daniel Jones does that. What's up, James? James Williams, my brother. 66 in the chat. Only 20 likes on my birthday. My birthday's tomorrow. My God. I got to get like 400 likes. You need to call your friends. Tell them to come in the room because we're talking G-Men. It's a two-toe super chat. Salute, Tim. Greetings from the entire national rugby team in Tokyo, Japan. 2 of our Giants fans in America. Let's go. Let's go, Tuto. And you changed your icon again. You changed your icon again. I love your icons. There's no act with Joe Shane. I'm not saying it's fit. You don't know if there's no act. Again, Mr. Authentic, you do not know if there's no act with Joe Shane. I'm going to give you a hint. I'm going to give you a sample going back from Zach with psychology. Joe Shane, who I thought would be a lot more media savvy for his age. Joe Shane, when he answers a question, he's already getting truculent a little bit with the media because they're asking the same questions over and over again. And then when he gets nervous and doesn't know the answer, he goes, well, that's a great question. I think everything will be all right. What he's doing is he's buying time. That's why he always drinks water. He's formulating an answer. He's formulating an opinion. Listen, I called out Joe Judge's shit from day one. I called it out from the press conference. And I'm not saying Shane is anywhere near the bullshit of Joe Judge, but Shane has his own hiccups. And right now, I am not like I said, I am giving him all the leeway in the world because he needs to rebuild this team, and this team is full of garbage right now. So he has to take out the trash. And that's what he has to do. But people have to sit there and you have to be, again, realistic. That's all I'm asking for people to be. Would you sign Gallman if we could? I never wanted to get rid of Wayne Gallman. I would love to, Nicky. I'd love to keep Wayne Gallman. I think he's the problem with Wayne Gallman is you go back to the Atlanta game where he got pulled down from behind. He's got no acceleration. He can get you through the hole and get you through the line. He has that initial burst. But he just doesn't. Once he gets into the second level, he's going to get dragged down. But if you're going to use Barkley as your home run back, if you're going to use Robinson, this is the other thing that bothered me a little bit about Robinson. This would bother me a little bit because Dable came out and said they're not using him as a wide receiver. They're using him as a weapon. That he's going to be in the slot. He's going to be in the running back position. He is going to be potentially on the outside, but he's not a wide receiver. This is what bothers me a little bit. He's not a wide receiver. He's a weapon. And then basically he was saying that they are going to have to put him in situations where he can excel and exceed. I'm telling you, if I'm taking a guy 43rd, I kind of want him to be able to be his own player, to be able to generate his own offense in some situations, not looking for mismatches. I heard that people were talking about you're going to have Kadarius Toney, you're going to have Robinson, you're going to have Kenny G, you're going to have Shepard, and you're going to have Saquon Barkley, and that's going to be this total mismatch on the field. Okay, Shep's still coming back, so we don't know what he's going to be yet. We don't know what Kenny G is going to be yet. We don't. Kadarius Toney all of a sudden has not learned how to run routes or stay healthy. And then we have no idea what Robinson is, and you have a question mark with Barkley and his health. I could give everyone 15 different reasons. So all I'm asking people is this. You want to have hope? Great. Have all the hope in the world. Hope springs eternal. but just remember all the hope you had the last 2 seasons. And just think this way. And I said this before, I believe Giant fans were getting smarter at the end of this year when we got rid of Judge, when we got rid of him. People were getting smarter and people were understanding again. I had a great conversation with my wife. My wife, get up to 50 likes here, people. My wife and I, when we first came back to Jersey from Florida, I took her to a game in the Meadowlands. And she was kind of taken back because the Meadowlands crowd was an older crowd. It was a family crowd. It was where you could talk to fans about very intelligent conversations. And there was very much realism with what was going on. We also went to Tiki Barber's last home game over there in the Meadowlands as well. I mean, so, we spent a lot of time there until they changed over to MetLife. You changed over to MetLife. And the Meadowlands used to have a 30-year waiting list for season tickets. People would die and will their spot in line to their family. All that changed when we went into MetLife. That all changed. It became corporate. It became a younger crowd. It became not like a Knicks game, which a Knicks game sells out because it's an event. Not because the Knicks could win 20 games a year, but they sell it every night because it's an event in New York. And the problem was, even she said it when we went back to MetLife last year. She goes, it's not the same. She goes, the fans don't seem to be as astute as they were when we were in the Meadowlands. I thought that was very apropos. We got OGR, my brother. What's up? He says, love your rant on the podcast. The podcast was great. I loved the podcast the other day. 312 and 1. Go find it. It's everywhere you can find podcasts. Everywhere the podcasts are sold. Those plays that Robinson got pulled down behind, he's like running 60 yards with 4-4 is not good as great. But that's the problem, Mr. Authentic. Here's the issue. You are going into a league where 4-4 is average. You are going into the league where some linebackers run better than that. And you're expecting this kid to come in with this speed and go against other talent that is greater than or equal to what he can do. And he's got to adjust. I'm not saying he's not going to be successful. People keep telling me I'm being negative. I'm not saying this. What I'm saying is let the kid mature. Let him maturate. Let him turn around and become and have a career. What is this button?
There's heroes and there's legends.
No, okay, I didn't know what that button was. I didn't know what that button was. That was from The Sandlot.
There's heroes and there's legends. Heroes get remembered, but legends never die.
That's me. I'm a legend. I'm a legend in my own mind. What's up? What do we got? Zach Attack says people need to understand the keyword shine when he talks. When he certainly does a long pause, his tone in his voice that he talks, but DJ's voice goes. His voice actually does go deeper. He's right. He's right. You're actually very astute about that, Zach Attack. I was gonna be a psychologist. No, I wasn't. They made me take it. I didn't want to take psychology. They made me take it. What is Johnson? All that big blue. Someone said DJ is gun shy in the pocket. You've asked this question a million times, John. It means he doesn't want to throw the ball deep because he's afraid for bad things that are going to happen because he's not processing the plays fast enough. Daniel Jones is capable, but we're willing to accept that Tennessee just drafted Malik Willis with Tannehill behind it, just being capable. I can't wait for Malik Willis, and I'm not gonna lie, I cannot wait for 2 years from now when Malik is in Tennessee. I can't wait. I got my Titans gear. I got my Tighten Up T-shirt. Be here tomorrow. Got my Titans hat. Waiting for the number so I can get my Willis jersey. What's going on here? Welcome to the party, pal.
Welcome to the party, pal.
What's good? Everything's good. Everything's good, man. It's all good. It's all good. If the Funky Headhunter did not get enough props for MC Hammer, it really didn't. It's all good. Great song. You know, you had Rumps in the Pumps. Great song. Didn't get it. Yeah, because he went hardcore during the era and everything else, but I just like that song. It's all good. You said in your video that reporters literally asked the same question about Tony right after. Yeah, but that's the thing. That's what you're going to get in New York. That's what you're going to get in the media. That's what you get in the media now. But the thing is, it's how you handle that, and it makes you media savvy. I have sat in press conferences, not for sports, but for other events, where people get asked the same question repeatedly, and that's what you get, and that's what you're going to get in New York. It's how you handle the questions. He's not Parcellian yet, in reference to being able to deflect. Drinking water is cool. I don't know about drinking water is cool. Drinking water is you so he can process his thought in his brain. It's an old trick. It's an old trick that they teach you in speech class as well. If you're asked a question and you have a thought that you can't think of, first thing you do is you take a drink of water. And then you compose yourself. Weapon X. He could be Weapon X. I prefer Terminator X. Matthew says, I think it's like I said in your video comments, Wan'Dale's he's not going to be Percy Harvin. He's not going to fit in that mode. He's not going to be Tyreek Hill. Is he going to return punts? You hope he is. Is he going to return kicks? You hope he is. Is he going to be the third down back? Honestly, I'd rather have Barkley as a third down back. Is he going to be a guy that's going to run in the slot? I would say the majority of his plays are going to be out of the slot. So you can create mismatches. You can try to get a safety on him. But then you got guys in the league like now Kyle Hamilton. They're going to be able to run with him. Kyle Hamilton, man, that was a serendipitous drop. I thought, the Malik drop was bad, but in some regards, I think Kyle Hamilton's drop was even worse because you were still in the first round, but just to fall like that when you thought you were going to go anywhere in the top 4. But like I've said it before, one safety has been taken in the top 10 in 11 years. And that was Jamal Adams. I always thought it'd be interesting that if he went to the Jets. But Mr. Authentic, how do you know he backs up with his knowledge? He hasn't done anything yet. And I'm not trying to get on you, dude, but he hasn't done anything yet. Let the guy do something first before you say he backs up his talk with his knowledge. We don't know. He could have drafted everyone that was crap. You don't know that. I don't know that. And that's what I'm saying. Nobody knows. Let the guy work. Don't build him up to be a god on Mount Olympus and then all of a sudden have Medusa come and freeze his ass because we don't know. Nobody knows. What does John say? DJ is a good kid, good teammate, hard worker, good with the media. 9% of that is what you want in the team. However, one read quarterback teams tape as a defender against him, trade him for the boom. They're not going to trade him, John. Malik's in a good spot. Malik's in a good place. Malik Willis. Bring him the boom. Malik's going to rock it out. Malik's going to rock out with his black belt. Sports media psychology. The media is looking into for sound bites. Zach says this means the media asks the same questions over and over, setting up a trap. Thank you. They're trying to bait, and I'm gonna expand on this. They're trying to bait you into giving a different answer, to changing your answer. That's not just sports media. Well, it is sports media, but that's what all media does. They bait you and trying to give you an answer. I laugh because I did a short stint at Telemundo. What the hell that was? At Telemundo Sports. Goal! And they were over in Miami. It was great. But you would go to these press conferences, and I don't speak a lot of Spanish, which was fun because I did. But I had a guy that did, of course, the guy I worked with spoke a lot of Spanish. And they would have these soccer events. And they would ask the guys over and over again the same question. And I even asked them once. I said, they're just doing that to try to get them to give them a different answer or to get under their skin to create a reaction. How don't you grab? I don't know. Well, we don't know the injury. We don't know the extent of the injury. Do you take a shot? Taking Dean in the second is no more dangerous than taking Robinson at 43. It's no danger. It's no more dangerous. And he probably will have a higher upside immediately. I don't know I don't know how it immediately is going to progress because I don't know. I am the only one on YouTube, the only one that has a podcast, the only one that's soon on terrestrial radio has no idea. I don't know. I can't tell you. We haven't even taken a snap yet in preseason. We haven't even gone to mini camps. Oh my God. It just drives you crazy, man. It makes your head hurt. Literally makes your head hurt. Our analytics leading the way. So is analytics leading the way, so to speak, in the new cap era. I think I'm not a big analytics guy. I'm not, because I think a lot of things in the game, if you ever played the game and played it at a higher level, is feel. It's an understanding. Sometimes a guy is just on. Sometimes you're just off. Sometimes when you're just there, you're kind of not there. And sometimes you're so much in a zone that you just play with. And I've said this before. Sometimes you're such in a zone, you don't know what you're doing. You just play with instinct. So when they're looking at these guys analytically, that's great. They look at analytics, they look at tendencies. And I think 100% there is a spot for that. But there will never be anything that takes away for the feel of the game. When Joe Judge came out and said he did not believe in momentum, I went crazy, because there is a momentum shift. And that's the thing. Like I said, if you've ever played at a highly competitive level and they call it being in the zone, sometimes you could be the least talented player on the field and be in the zone. Timmy Smith ran for over 200 yards for the Washington Redskins in that Super Bowl. Yeah, he had a drug problem, and he never came back after that. But he was in the zone in that Super Bowl. And that's what progressed him and propelled him to go forward. What do we say? What is this? I don't think it's a great receiving core by any means, but Tony's that's the other problem. Tony's not a good route runner. The biggest bugaboo right now for Mr. Robinson is he's not a good route runner. Route running can be taught. Tyreek Hill was not a good route runner, but he got on the field to return kicks. He got on the field to return punts. And that's what we need to hope that these guys get in the field to do. Can we agree at least that Jalen Petrie at 36 would have been a prospect better? James, I can't even agree with that because I don't know. I don't know. It's only been a couple days. Oh my God. I loved it on the pod the other day. I asked a question to OGR, for those that didn't watch the pod, and I asked the question to OGR, when is Wan'Dale Robinson going to be dubbed Victor Cruz 2.0? And OGR very succinctly put it. He goes, preseason. And then he goes, well, when do you think? I said in 36 hours. And it's already happened. Oh my God. Healthy, I see us winning 6 to 9 games. If we can't go into that immediately, compete into the garbage NFC East, that's a red flag. Well, here's the other issue I have, that I don't know this. I heard about all these games that were gimme games last year before the season started. You don't know, because you don't know how teams are going to progress. You don't know if the Eagles and A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts is going to find somehow strengthen his arm. You don't know if the Cowboys are going to turn around. You don't know if what Wentz is going to do in Washington. We don't know. They're not going to turn back into the NFC East of the 80s. I know that, but we don't know. Because like I said, it's way too early for any of these things. John says, well, this is a random thought. How do I talk to a woman? Very easy. You use your mouth. You can go, sup, playa. Don't look at me in women advice. The N-word is a super verse. They are trying to pick apart Shane. This isn't true hometown meeting like Buffalo, where they're kissing the ground the GM walks on. Shane is learning. That's a great point, Tim. Shane has to learn. He's going to learn. And like I said before, I was very shocked that he was not as media savvy as I thought he was going to be for a guy that young. Because I figured he would have been trained in this. He would have learned this. He would have taken speech classes. He would have built up to that. But he's going to learn. There's a learning curve for everybody. But when you create unrealistic expectations immediately for a player, you're only going to let yourself down, and then you're going to start turning on that player. You don't do that. You just hang tight, man. And it's all good. That's what they said. It's all good. I saw a super chat here from Big Don. Don says, I worked with Timmy Smith's sons, down-to-earth guy. Timmy Smith was, like I said, Timmy Smith rocked it out. That again, playing in the zone. You don't know. You do not know. Playing in the zone. And that's what it is. So I've been there. I've been there in basketball. I've said it a million times. I was a hell of a lot better basketball player than I ever was a football player. Hell of a lot. The only problem is I had the skill set of a guy 6'11", and I was only 6'1", 6'2". So it didn't translate. But I played, and I play, you know, and you play in the Y leagues, you play in these other leagues. Sometimes you just get in the zone where you don't even know, you're just working unconsciously. You're just sitting there. You're doing a little finger roll. You're doing a little step back three. You don't even feel it. You don't even know it. And people are shaking here. You're like, what? I didn't know I'd do it. Oh my God. Easy does it. Thank you for the super chat. Of course, all super chats, especially for my birthday, are going to the kids. And you have to, that was more than, that was, you $50 for the kids. I love it. I think it was Zach the other day goes, why'd you give it to the kids in Philadelphia? There's other kids everywhere. Well, Philadelphia's right down the street from me. So I enjoy the, I got a hair up my nose. Got a dog hair. Actually, that's it. I was just crying. I'm just crying. Thank you, Easy Does It. Can you give our GM a chance, though? I like how all of a sudden a bunch of fans become expert GMs based on what they see on the draft board rankings. Like, we literally have no idea how this Robinson's kid is going to play, but we can wait for 1 year. I agree. Just give it a chance. Give Peace a chance. But like I said, but to your point in reverse, give him a chance in regards to allowing him to get on the field and show you what he can do before you anoint him the next Steve Smith. Not our Steve Smith, Carolina Steve Smith. Give him a chance before you anoint our old buddy Kayvon Thibodeau as Ray Lewis-esque. Give him a chance. And I'm going to tell you now, you're going to be a happier fan base if you just give them a chance and let them progress and let them understand. I am, like I said, I am giving Shane all the benefit in the doubt, all the benefit of the doubt, all of it. And I'm giving Dable the same thing. But I am going to sit there and I'm not going to, like I said, I'm going to give my opinion what I think. But at the end of the day, it's what they did and it's what they're going to do. I got to get this hair in my nose. Everyone just calm down a minute. Got 3 dogs. But yeah, give him a shot. Like, I'm giving him 3 years. I didn't give Judge till after the press conference. But I'm giving these guys time because you know what? They need to grow. They need to grow into their positions as professionals because they haven't done that yet. They haven't grown into their position yet. Easy Does It. You are the man. I'm gonna give you. I don't know what am I gonna give you here. I'm gonna give you a because you know what he did. You know what Easy did. You know what Easy Does It did. I know what he did. He came in here. You know what he had on?
Are you a big man? Huh? I'm talking to you. What? You wake up in the morning, you say, I put on my big boy pants. Look, I'm wearing a belt. I got big boy pants on.
Easy Does It had big boy pants on when he came into this room today. What does Jason say? What does Jones prove that he stay on the fifth-year options? What has Jones proven when he still stares down and reads? I agree. I'm going to agree. I agree 100%. He's still red stripes, man. And I don't think it's going to change. And I think that Dable and Shane don't think it's going to change. I think they're going to get rid of him. But they're trying to buy their time to find their quarterback because you want to win or lose with your guys. James says, I trust no man until he proves himself. Stay grounded, stay sane. And you know what? You'll be a much happier person. Easy Does It, man. Easy Does It, just rocking it today.
Welcome to the party, pal.
By the way, I do understand the frustrations of why taking him so high has people worried, but I see a lot of overreacting. I think it's overreacting as well, but I see it. I understand. I got to take this sweatshirt off. Hold on a minute. I got to turn the camera off a second. I'm gonna stop the camera because I gotta take this t-shirt. I gotta take this damn sweatshirt off because it's got dog hair all over it. And I don't want to wear it anymore. I don't want to wear the sweatshirt anymore. Oh my God, I gotta get that damn sweatshirt off. I was cold because I'm in the basement. All right, we'll put the camera back on now. Oh dear Lord, I messed up my hair. I had to get that sweatshirt off. There was too much dog hair on it. But you got to be optimistic. And it's every fan's right to overreact. It's every fan's right to go crazy about something, but just give the kid just give him a chance. But I'm saying this as well. He says, don't just give him a chance in regards to an overreaction. Give him a chance to succeed. See what he can do. See what he does first. What does Christopher say? Christopher says, how optimistic should we be about this? I say 4 wins. Right now, I say 4 wins. The cupboard is bare. And the cupboard, honestly, is going to get a lot more bare. You can say that. It's going to get a lot more bare. Because we have to get under the cap. 4 wins to me is a success. You do anything over 4, you're screwing yourself. Because then you're not going to get your quarterback next year. And I can't give Daniel Jones $30 million unless he throws for 4,000 yards and 30 touchdowns. And even then, I can't give him that kind of money because he's done it once. We've seen what happens when you give somebody
King of the almost sack.
and when you forget 5 years and look at 1. We've seen what happens. You go back to this. Usually, when you have a career year, career years happen. Some people have career games. I gotta get my hair fixed. My hair's all messed up. I don't think people are anointing these players or putting them on a pedestal. We are just fans. Mr. Authentic, I think you've been on Twitter. You've been on Twitter. You should know better. You've been on Twitter. All right. We got 56 likes. We got to bump that up. Pump up the jam. Pump it up. How do you see the NFC East playing? I don't know yet because I don't know what Carson Wentz is going to be. I don't know what Jalen Hurts is going to be. I don't know how A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith are going to mesh. I don't know what's going on in Washington. I don't know how that defense is going to come back around. I don't know how you just don't know. I don't know how Chase Young is going to come back from injury. It's too early. It's too early right now. Hope always springs eternal. And I've said this before. Everyone's undefeated in May. So everyone's Super Bowl contenders in May. I don't trust him. Who don't you trust, Bob? You got to trust Shane. Shane hasn't done anything to not gain your trust yet. He hasn't done anything yet. I think you mentioned you live near Philly. Oh my God. I live like on a good day. You can get to Philly in 35 minutes from my house. Well, no, from my old house. From the new house, it's a little further out. It's like 45, 50 minutes. They all think DJ is a joke. I think one of my friends who's a huge Eagles fan said it best. He goes, "I'm so glad you didn't get Malik Willis." Like, I'm so happy you didn't get Malik Willis because we still have Daniel Jones in the division. I said, you go outside the bubble, you see the difference. Todd Taylor says they're probably not moving out of generic stadium in their lifetime. In your lifetime, I wouldn't worry about it. I'm not worried about it. Like I said, I've been to MetLife. I've been to the Meadowlands. I ran down the rotunda in the Meadowlands as a kid. They had these circular things going up. And you, as a kid, man, you start at the upper deck and you just run. And the next thing you know, as you're running, man, you're picking up steam. And you get down to like the next level and you're like, oh dear Lord, how the hell am I going to stop? I always want to take a skateboard. My father always told me no. Some of the fans just snipe from whoever's in charge. That's not a lie. Some people just hate to hate. And a player's just going to play. And I just shake it off. Taylor Swift. Showing my pop culture. Let's see. When a UNC fan tells me the different in a different stream that he doesn't know why the Giants drafted and he's an offensive lineman, I go, oh no, my God, oh no. But again, also he could be a little jaded because he didn't play well enough. So I take everything with a grain of salt. I do. It makes your life easier. You can be 50 plus and still have a nice head of hair if you just Take everything with a grain of salt. Watch out for the tight end we drafted. He's going to be solid. Daniel, they have a run-happy team, so they didn't see his full. I love the tight end. Like I said, he had no drops last year, 30-something receptions, very run-heavy team. He is a guy that is a run-blocking tight end who can flare out and catch the ball. We haven't seen that in a while. We haven't. And I'm going to say this. If we go through training camp and he goes to preseason and he starts dropping everything, relax. There was a wide receiver. Can't remember his name. It's in Cincinnati. Drafted last year. Dropped everything in training camp. Dropped everything in the preseason. People said he was a bust before he even played his first game. And how stupid did they look in Cincinnati after what happened then? Some of those fans. Jamar Chase. He dropped everything. He even dropped the drops. Oh man, you Easy Does It. You were just the man. I'm gonna have an Easy Does It sound effect. Oh my god, because you want to know why?
Ain't got nothing on me.
Oh, what's up? Either way, we are gonna suck. It's very apropos. We got a lot of rebuilding to do. I love Jones, but I feel like he has ruined by terrible coaching, injuries. I feel like it's time to part ways in 2022. Sometimes it's just time to leave. Sometimes it's just time. Sometimes a player, even though they could be immensely talented, wear out their welcome, maybe for no fault of their own within an organization. And then they go somewhere else and excel. Do I think that time has come for Daniel Jones? Yes, I do. Is it 100% his own fault? No. Is it 50% his own fault? Yes. Because you as a player still need to progress throughout year 1, 2, and 3. Injuries to me happen. I don't think Saquon Barkley's injury prone. I think Saquon Barkley has bad luck. I don't think that Daniel Jones is injury prone. I don't think he completely understands and is aware how to protect himself on the field. But you need to learn these things as you progress from one level to the next. James Williams says, I say 5 to 6 mins max. What's up, Logic's finest? What's up, my brother? How you doing? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Do you think the Commie fans will actually chant, let's go Commie at the games? They might. They might. Who knows? You never know. You never know in Washington, man. I will tell you, though, that Washington is still better than going to Philadelphia. I've said it before. I took my wife to an Eagles game, and they had general seating back then where you could just walk around the stadium and you pay like $50 to get it. And you walked around the stadium, you didn't have a seat. And it was her first time in Philadelphia for a game, and it was at the Link. And there was this 5-year-old walking to the bathroom with his father, holding his father's hands, and the Philly fans gave him the FU chant as he walked to the bathroom with his father. He was 5. He was 5. That's rough, man. That's rough. That's why they have a prison in stadiums. Yes, they actually do have holding cells in the Link. They had bigger ones in MetLife. Not MetLife, excuse me. They had bigger ones in the Vet. I don't know how that happened. I'm going to tell you, I don't know. How I knew that, I don't know. But they did have bigger ones in the Met. I mean, see, why do I keep saying the Met? Oh man, the Vet was horrible too. The Vet was atrocious. What's up, Jordan? That's what I told Cowboy fans when they signed Zeke. I'm so glad you're paying him the second best running back on the team, 15+ million. Yeah, exactly. Because you know what? Fans see other things from other teams that the fans that are with that team do not see because of the fact that they are so ingrained in thinking and seeing what they want to that they lose a perception. I don't do that. And like I said, I've been going to these games since 76. I've seen it all. I love this. I think I showed this. I did show this. I love these because I got these these aren't my originals, but I got these at a gas station in 83 when I was a kid. And these are great. These were given up in Shell gas station. They had a whole Giants and Jets series. These are awesome. I can't remember the artist, but someone sent me these. These are great. And they sent me the whole collection again. But like I said, I had these in my room when I was a kid from a gas station. That's how far back I go. What's up, John? I ask because I think it's interesting how other fan base perceives versus zone, even though Eagle fans may be a little biased against Giants play. It's true. You have to. You do ask. That's the thing. What is Vegas odds? Said Vegas odds, Jones missed games, Tyrod playoffs game. I don't know what the Vegas odds are. I always say you fall. I've said it before and people throw it in my face, and it's true, though. You follow the money. Vegas's job is to take all of the emotion out of picks because their job is to make money. That's why the Vegas odds change so much, but their job is to make money. So the Vegas odds are usually a good way to look. So if Kadarius has another strange year and starts missing games for BS reason, do you think the trade possible in season? Yes, I do. If he starts doing wacky stuff, I do think they'll try to trade him in season. It's going to hurt cap-wise, but honestly, it's better to dump. Sometimes it's just better to get rid of an issue and devoid yourself of the talent than it is to keep that talent there. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Oh, man. Easy Does It. You're killing me, man. You're killing me, but thank you. The kids appreciate it. Why is Easy Does It the one on my birthday given to the kids? Easy Does It's the man. I got to give him another one. I got to find another sound effect for Easy Does It. I'm still looking for one. Looking for a good one. Oh, my God. You know what I'm going to do? Easy Does It. Do me a favor. Easy Does It. Shoot me an email at tim@onlineBigBlue.com. tim@onlineBigBlue.com. I want to send you an Online Big Blue t-shirt. Or you can get a Poppycockers one, or you can get a Draft Baby. Yeah. I always enjoy your takes since you always keep it real, even though I don't always agree with you. Because I don't always agree with you, more Giant creators need to be like you. If more Giant creators like me, what fun would I be? But I appreciate that. And you know what? This is the thing I tell people. I don't want people to agree with me. I want people to challenge me. I want people to say you're wrong. But then I always tell you, but I want a reason. I don't want to hear people say, because I get this, like, you're wrong. You're wrong because you're stupid. You're wrong because you're mean. No. If I'm wrong, just tell me why. Tell me why. There ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why. That's what I want. Just tell me why. Call me out. That's all. Call me out. It's okay. It's all good. I want to debate. I want people to say things. What fun is it if we all agree? It's not fun. Life isn't fun if we all agree. The vet was gross. The vet was terrible, man. The vet was god awful. I tell the story. No, I'm not going to tell that story. I'm not going to tell that vet story. Changed my mind. Talent and execution trumps luck. Daniel Jones has little of either. I don't think he has luck. I think there are certain players that are lucky. Eli Manning was very unlucky when it came to the tip ball interception. Very unlucky. Anytime you saw Eli Manning pass his tips, you figured 70% of the time it was going to get picked off. He was just unlucky that way. Maybe we do that. I don't know. Maybe he finds some luck. Do we sign any more vets before? You're going to have to sign some vets before camp, but they're going to look in the bargain bin. They're going to look in the basement bin. They're going to look for guys that are going to take veteran minimums. The problem is right now they don't have any money, so it's better off for them, and it behooves them to find guys on rookie veteran minimum contracts, or at least guys that are like in the league for 1 to 2 years. What does Mr. Albert says? I realized not long ago, fans use the excuse that Jones struggled with the new scheme every year by the logic that he wouldn't have struggled this year. I just thought I would always could say I'd be wrong. I love the fact that they talk about Daniel Jones going to different systems. Justin Herbert has had 5 different offensive coordinators in 5 years, going back to 3 years at Oregon. The kid did pretty good for himself. What does Todd have to say? My dad went to the Bedford Giants Eagle game once on Halloween weekend and actually had fun with the Eagle fans, even met Ron Jaworski. I love Ron Jaworski. I did work with Ron Jaworski with the Philadelphia Soul. I love Ron Jaworski. He also owns it. He used to own, I don't think he still owns it, a golf course. And it used to be a 9-hole executive golf course in up towards Freehold, New Jersey. And I loved it because I used to go to the golf course. And you would meet Jaws. He would be right there. You're a nice guy. I have a over there. I got a Philadelphia Soul helmet autographed by him for their, I think it was the 20th anniversary helmet. But Ron Jaworski is actually a really nice guy. At least he was always nice to me. I always tell everyone when people say he was a nice guy, and they're like, well, he was a dick to me. Oh, nice to me. I don't know. What about the salary cap for this? Next year, we have like $9 billion. Well, like 90 million. This year, we're still hovering about 2 million in the positive, or or under the cap, I should say. But we still need to find money. Bradbury's got to be moved, but nothing, like I've said this before, we are currently under the rule of 51. You're not going to really have to make you might not have to make any huge wholesale changes until camp breaks, when you drop the rule of 51 and go into the full 53-man roster. So we'll be okay. We'll find some guys. We're going to find some guys. Off the draft, can you see Michael Scott playing Judge in any episode?
That's what she said.
No, because I like Michael Scott. Any undrafted free agents that might make the team? You're going to see a lot of undrafted free agents, I think, make this team. I really do think that. Because, like I said, I think what they're going to do is, I would say from spot 47 to 53, I think they're going to do an interchangeable type thing going on with guys that are on rookie salaries, and they're going to use the guys in the practice squad and kind of switch them out per game just to save money. I think that's what they're going to do, because they're going to have to. It's all good. We knew we didn't have a cap space. At least I did. James Williams says, this is why we've sucked almost 10 years. We're in the Giants treehouse still debating Daniel Jones if a 5'8" receiver is really going to make a difference. La, 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 la. Smurf the whole day long. I missed the Smurfs. I missed the fun bunch. Was it Charlie Brown was in there? What was it, Seeley? I can't remember all the fun bunch guys. I'm old. Can't remember these guys. But I do remember the fun bunch, because the fun bunch turned into the no fun league because they tried to do it in Dallas, and the Dallas player tried to break up the little fun bunch celebration, and then they changed the celebration rules. Can't say you're wrong because it's too early to get into really answers out of you. Yeah, you can't. It's too early. No one can say, if loving you is wrong, I don't want to be right, because I don't know yet. Nobody. This is the thing. At this juncture, 72 hours after the draft or whatever it is, no one's wrong and nobody's right. Everyone can have an opinion, and those opinions can differ because of the fact that there is no analytical, statistical, or visible data from these players, because no one's taking the field yet to tell you if they're bad or if they're good. Hip hop, hooray! Oh, sorry. I was listening to way too much old hip hop today. Easy does it. No more excuses for Jones after this year. Thank you for the super chat, my brother. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. The kids appreciate it. Rocking it for the kids tonight, man. Rocking it for the kids. There really can't be. This is put up or shut up. This is do or die. You have to turn around and make something out of your career right now in New York, or you're going to be going someplace else next year, or the year. I should rephrase that, the year after. Logic Fine says, fan always want their guys to succeed, even when he's proven that he can't produce. Daniel Jones needs to put water triple filter with thinly sliced lemons and Jerry Rice and Walter Payton in the backfield. That would be a great backfield, though. You got sweetness. I always love it. So my name's Sweetness, and I like to dance. Running the ball is making romance. We've had the goal since training camp to bring Chicago the Super Bowl champ. Some people say the Bears are needy, but we're doing this to feed the needy. I didn't come here causing any trouble. I just came to do the Super Bowl shuffle. Sorry. I remember so much shit in my head. It's scary. Mitch Trubisky is above average. You are what you say your record is. But you are. You're right. You are. What does Zach Attack say? Another thing people don't understand with press conferences, your voice inflects. No matter the lower your voice is, you're very excited. The more excited is introverted tone. The voice matters. It does. You learn that in speech class too. People always say, why do you use inflections? Why do you use caesurs? Because I'm trying to create drama. I'm trying to create intrigue. I'm trying to show people the different inflections so you can be a little bit more dramatic. Lombardi, magic still lingers in the name. What's up, James? Cardinals and Dolphins looked at Rose one year and his bag were packed. We let DJ come in here, eat all the food, clog the toilet, flirt with our sisters. Now, first of all, I agree with the first part, but he's not flirting with anybody. Have you seen his haircut? Dude, you're in New York. Style it out, man. You got some nice salons in this city. Yeah, maybe a $300 haircut. Start hanging out with Tyrod Taylor. I've already dubbed him the OG QB. Start hanging out with Tyrod, man. Tyrod's pimp. Not gonna lie. Tyrod's my man. I love Tyrod Taylor now. When I saw him in some of his Instagram posts, I was like, that's my quarterback. They should be no excuse for Daniel Jones after year 2, but I digress. Yeah, there's no more excuses. Easy does his laughing with James. I love laughing with James. Lodge Funds, I gave you one already. Let's give Cortez one. You can't put up big numbers in a conservative scheme. Herbert and others were allowed to let loose. They're allowed to let loose because they don't turn the ball over. And I've said this before. I think that last year, Jason Garrett's offense was kind of vanilla because of the fact that, and the year before was kind of vanilla because it was an edict from Joe Judge that said, coming down from Mount Joe Olympus, thou shalt not turn the ball over. And I think that's why they did it. Yeah, I know. Everybody's gone. I know, Antoine. I know. It's, you can't cry over spilt milk. You can't cry over spilt milk in there. Will Gano, this is a good question finally. Will Gano sell his number to Tibbs? I don't know. Kickers are extremely superstitious. Extremely. So unless he's dropping bank, unless he's giving him something, I don't know. Because like I said, kickers are, I've met kickers. If you've ever met a kicker, like a good kicker, a little wacky. Especially the ones that, because you got to tie your shoes the right way. You got to brush yourself the right way. You had one guy, I knew one guy that had to wear one sock higher than the other sock. It's just interesting. It's just interesting. What happens? Right? If Jones gets hurt in the preseason, they place their bets on the wrong horse. I think here's my problem with Tyrod Taylor. And this is why we think the Giants needed a third quarterback, needed to draft a quarterback. This is my problem with Tyrod Taylor. He's never been healthy. Yes, some of it is not his fault. You get yourself punctured in the lung. That's not your fault, but he's never been healthy for a full season for an extended period of time. So we almost need a backup for the backup. What's up, Ron Juan? Tim, can you imagine if Wan'Dale and Tony are leading receivers this year? I think that would be great. I think that would be awesome if they were the leading receivers this year. I think that would put people's faith in Joe, faith in Shane, faith in Dable, faith in Kafka. I still think Kafka is going to be the Eric Bieniemy to the Walrus, and Kafka's going to be that for the Dable. I think Kafka's going to install the offense during the week, and Dable's going to call the plays. Oh, we did? I didn't know we fired him. I believe he was still on the team. I thought Chris was still on the team. John says, do you like any of the undrafted classmen? Anyone stands out? Anyone should pull? I haven't even not looked at the full list of undrafted free agents. I'm actually may have a video Wednesday about that. Tomorrow's my birthday. I'm not doing any videos. I'm also slowing down the videos a little bit because I got other stuff that I got to do. I got the podcasts. I got terrestrial radio coming up. I got a whole bunch of things coming up. I will do a video. I will do a breakdown. I will take a look, and we'll kind of go from there. What does Antoine have to say? Joe Shane he just let him go. Oh, good. He did let him go. Good. Why'd you fire him after the freaking draft? Good. Clean house after you draft people. Here's my thing about that I'm a little confused about that. Why wouldn't you just let them go before the draft? It's not like you don't have their data. Wan'Dale is going to be Darren Sproles. Darren Sproles had speed. That's the only thing that that's the only thing I worry about. Darren Sproles had speed. So maybe, you never know. Logic Fun says, Walter Payton is my favorite NFL player of all time. By the way, oh, there you go, Walter Payton. One of my favorites is, which I never got to see in person, is Gale Sayers. I watched a lot of his games and stuff. I actually have a couple autograph pictures. You can't see it on my wall, but I got a whole wall full of like autographs and stuff. And one of them is of Gale Sayers, which is one of my favorites. Seti says, would you trade Bradbury for the Eagles? No. Right when you said Eagles, I said no. What's up, Red? Please, let's get the subscribers. Not subscribers. Let's get the chat up, guys. We got only 67 likes. What's up, Red Rich? What do you think about restructuring Bradbury, moving him to safety, McKinney in the box? No. I want McKinney as my free safety. I want McKinney as the roamer. I want McKinney in there trying to be the ball hawker. I don't have a problem restructuring Bradbury, but I think the problem is you're going to have to then, if you restructure Bradbury, unless he's going to take towards a veteran minimum and take the rest in salary, and bonus, you're still not going to have enough money. So then you're going to have to try to restructure either a Dory Jackson or Kenny G or Leonard Williams. I mean, the smart thing to do is to move on from Bradbury. That's the smart thing to do. Is it the right thing to do? Probably not, because you're devoiding yourself as a CB1, and you're going to put Dory Jackson into that spot and then have a plethora of others in CB2, which should worry anyone, because I don't think any of those guys are really standouts just yet, but we don't know how they're going to progress. Wan'Dale is going to do the gadget flip to Tyreek out of strong, I believe. Goal line said, well, like I said, we're going to see. We're going to see what there's the other thing. We have no clue what Dable's offense is going to be. Excuse me, Dable. Yeah, Brian Dable. We have no clue what his offense is going to be yet. We're all prognosticating what he's going to do. We have no clue. He could go run heavy. He could go West Coast. Hell, he could go Mouse Davis run and shoot for all I know. We don't know yet. We have to wait and see. Got to wait and see. Tim, that's me. Can you at least say Shane addressed the offensive line enough that we shouldn't hear so many? He put butts in the seats. In reference to he went on the Malik Willis Express.
All aboard the Malik Willis Express.
Went to the offensive line car, the executive offensive line car, and put butts in the seats. Are they the right butts? I don't know. Are they big butts? Probably.
That's what she said.
But that's what they did. They are bringing in all this. I'm not even going to say talent, but they're bringing in all these bodies to hope something sticks. So you're still going to hear from people, James, and you know this. You're a smart man. Wouldn't hang out with you if you weren't a smart man. You're a smart man. You know this. They're going to complain no matter what. People are going to complain no matter what. People are not happy at all. I do see the Florida State kid. I did see that. I like the undrafted running back, Colburn from Florida State, Duke and flat out run. I did see they signed him. I actually liked him a little bit coming out of the draft. I thought he would have gone like in the 6th and 7th round. I was kind of surprised he's an undrafted free agent. Damn it, Tim, says David. You know how superstitious players are. You got a quarterback that hasn't washed his jock in 3 years because he thinks the Flies are lucky. Anyone that's ever played or anyone that's ever been in a locker room, there are superstitions. I'm going to give you mine. It's kind of embarrassing. It's not embarrassing, but I used to tape both wrists. Don't know why. No logical explanation, but I taped both wrists. I didn't have bad wrists. I just taped. But when I was waiting or I was in the locker room or I was in a place, I do this. I would do this. Rub. I'd rub together. I have to rub them together 7 times. Maybe I'm not superstitious. Maybe I'm crazy. Could be crazy too. What's up, Christopher? Sorry, guys. My favorite are Lynn Swan. That's a good team. You forgot Don Stallworth. What about Ham? What about Lambert? What about Bradshaw? Franco? You gotta have Lynn Swan. You got Swanee. Okay, get out of here. That's what I got. What's up, my brother? What's up, Bell? Doing it and doing it and doing it. L. What's up? Wan'Dale Golden Tate shift. Young Golden Tate. I'll take young Golden Tate. I'll take a Detroit Golden Tate. You were enjoying that the other day, weren't you? Tim, can you please hit that? We blitz all night. Of course they can. I have to find it. Oh, here we go.
No, I don't want them to gain another yard. You blitz all night.
Great movie, Remember the Titans. Great football movie. What do we got here from James? Different James. Happy birthday if I don't speak tomorrow. I know your birthday plans. I know your birthday playlist. It's going to be a great birthday. No, I'm not going to be around tomorrow. I'm not going to be around at all tomorrow. I'm just going to be having a good time. I'm just going to be having a good time and having some fun with the family. When you get older, you appreciate things more. You appreciate your family more. You appreciate the time with your family. You appreciate doing that. So, and my wife puts up with me. So my wife's been putting up with me for God. It's like 19 years now. Wow. So everyone's got to give a big shout out to Mrs. Online Big Blue. I always want her to call in. She always says she's going to call in, but she says then she doesn't want to. But James got to talk to her the other day on camera, so that was fun. So love you, honey. Thank you for everything. Wouldn't be able to do this without you. Wouldn't be able to do what I'm about to do in the next couple of months either without you. So my prediction, Mr. Authentic, says the offense will move like the 49ers a bit. I think we're going to attempt to run it a lot, short bubble screens to slot receivers, lots of mesh concepts. I agree. You have to. You're going to have a myriad and mixed match of talent, and your biggest receiver is a guy that has an issue gaining separation. And your quarterback sometimes seems to be afraid to throw it to him. So, I mean, I think 49er concept would actually be a good plan to run. Or they can even go more towards like what KC does, which would probably make sense considering the fact that's where Kafka came from. All of them, Tim. All of them, Tim. What do we got? Do you think the tight end we got in the fourth will start considering the other tight end on the roster can't block? I actually think that he has an opportunity to start. I really do. I do because he's a blocking tight end. Why fire them before the draft? User is different. And it's also firing them before the draft would just be a dick move. Don't want to. Who cares if it's a dick move? If you ever worked in corporate America, dick moves come left and right.
That's what she said.
Clean house. Get a big broom. Their data is still there. The problem is now you fired them. And if your draft is effed, the first thing they're going to say is, well, why don't you fire these guys earlier? There was enough time. What's up, Zach? In my high school team at a superstition, our jerseys had to be matching colors of black or white socks. Black ones didn't. It's always great. It's always great. Superstitions. Logic fine. It's about them, Hunter. I love it. What does James have to say? I love James. I think our defense will be more aggressive and actually be able to get a few stops here. We got to get the field on third down. You got to get off the field on third down, man. You can't allow these 14, 15 play drives, 3, 4, 10, 2, 3 of them a game. I cried when I watched the movie. Oh, remember the Titans? I didn't cry to remember the Titans. Happy birthday to me. No, I didn't cry to remember the Titans. I'm trying to think what movie I cried in. I'm trying to think of like a really sad movie. When I was younger, I did cry at the end of the original Brian song with Billy D. Williams and James Caan. I just want to see progress and improvement from all the players. Congratulations, Mrs. Online. Big shout out to Mrs. Online Big Blue. Big shout out. Oh, my wife is Puerto Rican, as you know. Of course, we know that. What's up, man? What's up? Easy does it. I can see Barkley having a great year. I can see Barkley rocking it out. I can see Barkley rock out with his blank out. I can see it happening. He just got to stay healthy, and we just got to push the line forward. Never understood with the Giants. It's how we couldn't run block. It's so much easier it is to attack than it is to play defense. Indeed, for Mrs. Online Big Blue. Jones had the action on 50% in a clean pocket. I don't trust him, especially considering most of his turnovers came from comeback routes. So if you don't, whoops, what's going on now? Oh, Brandon Nemo snagged the ball at the wall. Comes from one comeback runs. If we don't do short runs, I don't know how well Jones would. Yeah, I know. It's not show business. It's not show friends. It's show business. Jerry Maguire. I got ants crawling up I got ants crawling up TP's room. I love that he just fired him though. Happy birthday to me. Who's going to be the two inside linebackers? Will be the problem is Tay is to me is too small. He's too small to be a full-time starting inside linebacker. I think Beavers is going to be the guy. I just think something's happening. I got a feeling here. James Frazier says that's the biggest issue getting off the field. We need to be talking about Leonard Williams. How you expect James to cover with the quarterback having all day to throw? I mean, yeah. He went king of the coverage sack back to
King of the almost sack.
Yeah, that's what he went back to, but we don't want to talk about that. Congratulations, Mrs. Online Big Blue. Many happy returns and more together. Oh, I'm gonna text her, say it's a Mrs. Online Big Blue love fest. I'm gonna text her. Mrs. Online Big Blue love fest. We got 72 likes. I need 100. I need a hundo. What's going on, Moet? Love all you guys on here, especially Big Tim. Class a beer driver on the Jersey Shore. Wife is pulling the hook like a bad comedian again. Smash the like button. Tim is the man. Oh, I love that one. That's a great comment. I love that one. Comment of the day. I love that one. That was a good one. I'm a Jersey Shore guy. I lived in Jersey most of my young life, not like young life, but when I was, I grew up in Jersey. I'm a Jersey guy. I'm a shore guy. I'm a seaside guy. Hopefully, hey, Tommy for one, Tommy. Hopefully the draft will get us at least 3 players that make the roster. Christopher Hilton. I do like Christopher Hinton. Michigan was a great pickup. Fox, NC, good pressure. Corker, Kentucky gives us, say. Like I said, I don't know. We're gonna see here. We're gonna see what goes on. We're gonna see what happens. I might have to switch internet routers. Let's see here. Angels says Andrew Thomas, the lock for left tackle, or Andrew Thomas is gonna be your left tackle. Andrew Thomas will be your left tackle. You're gonna have Neil has played right tackle in college, so that's why we took him. Mr. L says the only issue I see with preaching versatility is there's no such thing as a multitasking in football. Either you're good at one thing or you're really average at a lot of other things. I'm not going to disagree with that. I got to switch internet router. So let's see if I can. Other router. Let's see if that cleaned it up. If not, I'm going to switch to the G5 router. Let's see here. James said, at least you can say you had a better draft than the Cowgirls. Yeah, but we also didn't have it. No, that's not bad. That's even a worse. We're going to the 5G router. Like Logic's finest this one here. Leonard Williams, aka King of the Useless Spin Move. Christopher says, Roche Blake, middle linebackers. We drafted. That's actually not a bad combination. It's not a bad combination at all. Tommy says, let's see here. Austin Neal can be the pass rushing tight end. Our blocking tight end, Curtis Corbin, can be a great pickup, patient runner. Hill, OU, good space, good hand, strong runner. You never know. You never know, they say. I don't know why my internet's all crappy today. I switched to the 5G router now, too. Let's see here. When should the Giants put Quincy Roche? Since Tibbs and Loder on the edge, I feel like the 3 on the field would create havoc. We can create NASCAR again. I think that's what we're going to talk. I think that's what we're going to do. How about them Cowgirls? NASCAR might be a bad situation. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, Tim. What's your underrated draft move? What's my underrated draft move? I got to go with the leave it to Beavers because I didn't think he was going to go that far down in the draft, to be honest. And I think if you want me to give you the most underrated draft move, the most underrated, the most untalked about draft move, it's Trayvon Walker going first overall. That's the most underrated draft move there is, because we don't get both Thibodeau and Neal without that move. Zach says, Wink loves cover 0, which means Adoree and others need to cover. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I hate the cow turds. Met my good night, Giant Nation. Oh, okay. Logic's Finest says the best position for Leonard Williams is the aisle seat on the fastest thing smoking out of the stadium. Another one hates the cow turds. We all hate the cow turds. We got 77 likes. Let's get at least up to 85. Come on, guys. Who would be the starting secondary? I don't know. Honestly, I'm not trying to be facetious, but it's just too early to even consider this because I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know who it's going to be. I don't know how it's going to work. Hey, I'm going to put the link in. We got a couple minutes left. I'm going to put the link in the chat. You've heard me talk enough. Someone wants to jump on and pontificate and tell me something wonderful. Tell me something smart. I would love it. Hey, Easy Does It says, I'm scared that if somehow we win 6 to 8 games, that brings Jones back above average season. Hopefully Shane doesn't hesitate to pull the trigger and move on if it needs to be. I think he will. I think he'll move on. I really do think Shane will move on. I think he will move on. He will move forward and will get out of the way. Also, the basketball game's going to start soon. But I do think he's going to be, because like I said, you have to win with your guys and you have to lose with your guys. And that's the same thing with quarterback. You want to win with the guy that is your quarterback. You don't want to win with someone else's quarterback. You don't want to lose with someone else's quarterback. So I do think that they are going to turn around and be able to move forward that way. I just said, but 2021, the Giants secondary was torched by good offenses and man-to-man coverage. That's why they played the bubble zone. That's why they played the zone. You're 100% right. Does Cordell does he take the slot position? I don't know. The problem with Darnay Holmes is he's got to show something this year. He had an up and down rookie season. He had an up and down year too. This is the year he's got to show something. So I think anything's possible. I think there's a way and there's a situation for it to happen. I do think it's a way to happen. I'm not a big Holmes. I was not a big Holmes fan when we drafted him. I said this. I was not a big fan of him playing. And he hasn't proven me 100% wrong yet. This is year 3. This is the time to shine, or you're going to be Mondre Harper. I just like saying the name Mondre Harper. Hola, ¿dónde está Mondre Harper? Oh, Home Depot. Dory Jackson, McKinney, Holmes, Williams, Bradbury's gone. The CB2 position frightens me. It frightens me that we are going to either rely on a rookie or a second-year player who has not played extensively. So that does frighten me a little bit. Just a little bit. But it's okay, though, because like I said, I'm not sitting here going to the Giants, we're going to win 30 games. That'd be great if we won 30 games. Like I sit there and go, we're going to win 10 games. We're going to win 11 games. I'm saying 4. Anything over 4, man. Told you I'm doing the happy dance. Don't even do the sprinkler. Break it off right. Don't want the mic today. But I like the logic. But the Giants secondary was torched by good offenses. Yeah, they were torched by a lot of things because you don't have a pass rush. We couldn't generate a rush. The secondary couldn't hold up, and we couldn't generate a rush. Does anyone have a player right now in their mind? If you okay, you know what? The NBA going years back used to have a salary cap waiver, and they did it one time. You were still responsible for the money, but you could waive someone off your cap. If we could waive someone off the cap right now as Giant fans, who would we waive off the cap? Let's resign Aaron. Did I see? Let's resign Aaron Ross. The dude play with the torn rotator in 21. Play it and tackle. Yeah, he did. He did tackle Barber. He did. He did actually do that. I remember that. Aaron Ross out of Texas, very underrated. Prince of Mukamura, another guy, was very underrated. He went on to excel other places. But Aaron Ross came back. But Aaron Ross was an integral part in 2007 as a rookie. So you never know. Derek Williams. I was waiting for the first one. Leonard Williams. I mean, like I said, if you had an exemption where you could just wave somebody, you could wave your magic giant wand, bing, and say, you are gone. The salary's gone and everything else. I say Leonard Williams too. But you gotta your mom, you gotta pick one. Oh my God, it's my mom. Hi, Mom. What's going on? Can't believe my mom is here. Leonard Williams, but you got to pick one. Leonard Williams with a useless spin move. He's gonna dump Kenny. Kenny. See, I would actually dump Kenny. If I could wave my magic wand and drop and make someone go poof, I would drop Kenny. Because Leonard Williams, to me, he still has a value as a run defender. He still has the value as king of the almost sack, as the disruptor. But I have a feeling that, and to people's point, that Logic's Finest and a couple others said it best. If your quarterback can't get the ball to the wide receiver, what good is the wide receiver? So at least Leonard offers a path of resistance in reference to being on the field itself. At least he offers a path of resistance. Your mom says, Kenny, he did less, shockingly. What is Antoine? Hey, Antoine, what you doing, my friend? Joe saying just fine. Yeah, I heard. Everyone keeps telling me that. I love that they fired him. I might have to do a video just on that tomorrow. Which costs more because the Giants? It doesn't matter which costs more. You wipe them out. You, Mr. Alvarez, you wave your wand. Everything's gone. Salary's gone. They never existed. The aura has left the building. They've never been here. I love that they fired him after the draft. Did the dudes? I don't know if you signed an undrafted free agent quarterback, but you got to sign another quarterback. You got to get another quarterback. King of the coverage sack. Don't you even have King of the coverage sack on there anymore? You know what I still even have there. King of the almost catch. Oh no, I still do.
Hear ye, come one, come all, for it's the king of the coverage sack.
I still have that on there. Like I said, I'm getting ready. Kenny, I just think it's weird that they fired the guys now. The one thing they teach you in business, doesn't matter what business you're in. If you're coming in to shake things up, you start anew. You just dump everybody, especially if it's upper management. You just get rid of them. You bring in your own guys. You bring in your own philosophy. But you let these guys run the draft. What's up, Lou Vega? I just started watching the videos, so I'm pretty much behind. I have to tell you, you stopped watching because of Malik. I think you're nuts, and it got old. It's all right.
Malik Willis.
Bringing the boom! That sound effect's never going away. That sound effect's never. It gets old, but you know what? A lot of people don't understand why. I love Malik Willis. I do. I think he's gonna be an awesome player. I think he's gonna be a great quarterback. I think we missed. But a lot of times I did it because it pissed people off. I know it's crazy. I like pissing people off. It's crazy that the Jets had a better draft than the Giants and still have cap space and couldn't be the Giants. I don't know if I think the Jets had I can't say they had a better draft yet. Only because of the fact that I think their talent, it could be undeniable. But I think they picked talent that could also go boom really bad. Boom in a bad way. Not boom in a good way. Boom in a bad way. And that's what I worry about the Jets. I think it's like Malik Willis. It's going to be it's going to be a big swing and a miss, or it could be a home run. It could be a grand slam. So I think time will tell. I think Week's defense will net us 3 to 4 wins. It depends on how well they attack, and it depends on how well everyone buys into the philosophy. The good thing about the Wink system, it's not a complicated. It's not a Kevin Belcher system. It's not a complicated. It's not a complicated system. It's not even a parafuel system. It's not complicated. There's the quarterback. Go get him. Not complicated. Like I said, we've said it before.
No, I don't want them to gain another yard. You blitz all night.
It's not complicated. The Giants did what the Jets did a couple years ago when they fired the GM after. I think that's stupid. I really do. Because in some ways, can you really say this was Joe Schoen's draft? Unless he was bringing in his own data from Buffalo. Could you really say it was his draft? I don't know. I don't think it matters. They should have fired these guys like 10 years ago. But like I said, so I think that matters more. They should have got rid of these guys. But Zach is right. It's boom or bust, the Jets. I've said this before. Is Joe Schoen's first round because he's a genius? Or is it just because the players fell into his lap? And that's the question. But what's going to make him is going to be 2 through 7 or 2 through 6. Could you describe the ruckus? Things fall. Vandrew gets up. I'll get up. It'll be anarchy. Breakfast Club for the non-old people. I'll let you Google it. Where's the Googler? Oh, there's Zach. There's the Google. There's the Googler. All right, guys, we got 12 minutes. What giant facts do we need to know? What do we need to talk about here? What do we need to pontificate about? What do we need to because I caught up on the chat. This is the first time in online Big Blue history that I've been caught up on the chat before the show ended. I don't want to brag. First time though. Mr. Lewis! Great movie, The Breakfast Club. Classic lines. Classic flick just in general. What's up, Mr. Lewis? Mr. Albert says, I knew it wasn't Shane's draft when I saw Mara was sitting right next to Shane and Dable in the draft room. Mara kept his wrinkly hands to himself. I said it before, and I'm going to say it again. You fire these guys now after the draft. That is a Jet move. You're right. Why? Why wait? Why did you wait? Were you under the edict of the Mara not to get rid of these guys? You have all the scouting reports. You have the scouts' informations. You don't need these guys in the spots that they're in. Bring your own guys in. Has Shane made? Yeah, he just fired the 2 guys that were running the show in the draft. That don't make no sense to me. Mr. Easy does. I don't want to see Mara anywhere near the draft room next year. They should lock the door from Mara. They should hide Mara. They should get Mara out of here. Yeah, they just fired Chris and Kyle. I mean, it's 3 weeks too late. When did Shane take over? I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't. Yep, they fired Chris. Yeah, we fired him. We fired him before. What would you tell? What to talk about? The punter situation. We have no punter for now. We don't need a punter. Why?
No, I don't want them to gain another yard. You blitz all night.
We're going to do the Dallas Premium. We're just going to run it. We're just going to run it like they did in Friday Night Lights. 4th down, man. We don't need a punter. Guy with the live pop. Coach with the live pop. We don't need a punter. Just run it. Just run it. They finally got fired. I'm glad they fired. I wish they got fired a little while ago. Yes, Mara can't be fired. That's another removable object. You're right. That isn't a removable object. Mr. Zed says, I think next year we'll see the Shane is really made of. I mean, this is what he's got better on paper. I want to see the results first. Then we can bring out the pitchforks. I'm not bringing out any pitchforks yet. No pitchforks. Nothing but love. Nothing but love right now, man. I will tell you this. If Daniel Jones falters, let's just say for sake, we go 6-11. Daniel Jones falters, and the fact that we get back into the draft and we look for a quarterback, and if we win 6, we're probably picking around 10 or 11. We're not getting the quarterback. Do you keep Daniel Jones? I say you get rid of him, but to my point.
That's great. That's just fucking great, man. Now what the fuck are we supposed to do? We're some real pretty shit now, man.
It pushes the rebuild back another season. Zach says, I think Mara's not letting Shane have full control. When Shane said it was a collective, it worried me. It worried me too. Tell him I will be done in 6 minutes. Is that okay, my love? Oh, I have to text my love. My son wants to know when I'm going to be done. 6 minutes or less. Or do I need to chat longer? It's my birthday. They're doing birthday surprises. At least I think they're. Well, my birthday's tomorrow. Hey, Mr. Lewis. Tim, I think it made sense to do it after the draft. I don't agree. And I'm going to say it before. I'm an old school business guy. You have their data. You still have your scouts. I don't want, they have been so bad over the last 10 years. I don't want them touching my draft board. I take the big broom and I sweep everybody out. I sweep the bad juju out of the room, out of the building, and start anew. But that's just me. Hakeem, what's going on? Hakeem, you always drop in as I'm getting ready to leave. Tim Wild theory. Chicago Bears for anything competent. Justin Fields just wants to come. That is a wild theory. I still love Justin Fields. I love Justin Fields. I think Justin Fields is going to be a quarterback. I point to, I think it was the 49ers game. Was it the play? I can't remember. Where he had that 40-something yard run where he should have been tackled like 17 times. Pitchfork, Hakeem. Pitchforks and torches right now. No, not yet. No pitchfork, no torches. We're all good. We're all happy. We're all, everything's good, man. Everything's good.
Welcome to the party, pal.
We're all good. Logic's fine. It says the concept with Giants fans grossly underestimating. Mara is running this team by proxy. He's the problem and has been for day one. Yeah, I agree. He's trying to do a Dallas thing. I agree. I understand that. I'm a Charger fan this year. Screw Daniel Jones. I'm sick of both Maras trying to force Jones' agenda. I'm a Titan fan, man. I'm tightening it up. Get my Titan gear. Titan gear will be here. I'm so pissed I'm not going to do a stream tomorrow, but because I will have all my Titan gear tomorrow. Thank you, Mr. Lewis. I appreciate that. Tim, you have better Bustela ready for the way for that. Cafe Bustela. I actually bought some Cafe Bustela the other day. Had to get a new can. I think it was all Shane and Dable. I hope it was. I really hope this draft was all Shane and Dable. Thank you, Mr. Lewis. I appreciate that. Happy birthday to me. We hope it's all Shane and Dable. Easy does it. Looking for the one they call Easy. Rootless. Can't sing that. I can't rap that song. Well, I can rap that song, but I can't rap that song. I'll try to get David Carl. I'll try to get you a David. Oh, that was pretty funny. I believe, in my opinion, clean house means fire everyone of the old guard. I agree. That's what that means. Get rid of them right when you come in. They always tell you when you come into a new situation as upper management. I've been upper management. They tell you this. The first thing you do is you fire everybody. Everybody was from the previous regime. You just take a big swoop whoosh, and you bring in your own guys immediately. Even if it's going to hurt you sales wise, that's what you do. Hakeem, thank you, my brother. Happy birthday, Tim. I know I'll be on the next stream. You better be, my friend. The next stream's not going to be till next week. Next week I can't do Sunday stream either. I'm not doing Sunday streams either. So we'll know. We might have another one coming up. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We're not even up to 90 likes. Can I at least get I got to leave here in like 3 minutes. Can I get to 95 likes before I leave so I can feel better about myself? I want to equal my age. So 95 likes. Tim, would you have done a live analysis of the Giants game and complain about DJ? I am going to do live Giant games this year. I am doing Giant games this year. I don't know how many, but I am doing Giant games this year. And I'm not going to just sit there and watch TV and tell you what I'm doing. There's going to be intrigue. There's going to be drama. There's going to be sound effects. There's going to be graphics. There's going to be special guests flying in. There's going to be animations. Here's my voice today. Tim, make the Bustelo in an aluminum. Dude, you don't think I have the coffee pot? Okay, you fill the bottom with water. You take the little thing, you put it on the top. You put your coffee grounds in there, and then you close the lid. Then you open the other top, and then you put the milk a quarter, usually like a quarter way. You put milk, you pour your milk in a quarter way, and then you close the top and you turn it on. Dude, what do you think? What do you logic fine? What do you think here? What do you think here? Said tostonis for dinner. Oh my goodness gracious! Great balls of fire. See, I'm a business. If it comes to a new situation, I'm gonna just fire everyone right away. I'm gonna assess and evaluate before I make. No, see, here's the problem. If you go into a losing situation business-wise, especially in I've been in Fortune 100 companies, you go into a losing situation. That's the problem people do. They evaluate, they look, they see. And I'm gonna tell you right now, especially in certain situations in sales, your sales guys are the ones that make you your money. It's the guys that are above them that drive it into the ground. So that's why you always take those guys above you. You don't need to evaluate them. You just whack them. You just whack them. And then you still have your sales guys. Same thing. You whack these two guys, your personnel guys. You still have your scouts. You still have all the data. And then you can assess on your own, because do you really want someone who you know you're probably going to fire be the one that is going to tell you what someone's value is in the organization? I've seen a situation when you have 300 people, 300 salespeople, and then you got 5 managers, and the managers are garbage, but you have a great sales staff. So do you really want those garbage managers telling you what the value is of the 300 salespeople they have? Because they don't know. Because if they didn't know, I wouldn't be in the company. And it's all good to disagree. Tostonis, man. And then I got the plantains. I had the sweet plantains the other day. And then I had a beignet the other day. It was good. There's a place down the road that makes mofongo. I haven't had good mofongo in a while. And I always want to try it there. But they have this pork dish that's really good that I enjoy. So I'm gonna get the mofongo. But I never do. I gotta find someone that can make some pastellis. That's what I need to find. We haven't had good pastelli since we left Florida. I had a good Cuban sandwich since I left Florida too. My wife's a little Lumican. Made the trip to us in Germany. That's true. Those Lumicans are great, man. Maybe I've never had coffee. You've never had real Spanish coffee. That's what you got to do. DJ's a placeholder. Schoen wants his own quarterback. Go find one in 2023. Might be him. That might be Hooker. Tennessee. It could be Spencer Radler. Guys, we're going to be closing this out in a few minutes. Business 101. Yes, really. But companies always fire the redundant people and fold the companies into 2 halves for value. But a buyout or merger always means layoffs. You're right. You're right. 100%. Empanadas. I love empanadas. We used to make empanadas. At the end of the day, he fired the incompetent. Whether he did it or not earlier is gone. He's gone. That's it. That's what we have to look at. It's gone. You're right. You're right. Guava and cheese. That's a good one too. On business, you win your team when you brought you there. They taught us that in business school, Rolly. But in corporate America, it is different. So fair enough. It's different in corporate America. And you win with and I've said this before, I worked for a major company, and you win with your own guys. You bring it, and you brought in my own management staff because of the fact that I knew that people there were garbage. And I wasn't going to let that slow me down by having garbage running the talent that was below them, or finding the talent below them, because if they couldn't find, and I've said it before, if they couldn't find it in the 5 years prior to me being there, they weren't all of a sudden going to get better with me there. So, all right, let's see here, guys. We're going to close it out here. Yeah, global corporate America is ruthless, man. It's ruthless. It is ruthless. Who's the next? Tim, who's your next? I don't know, because you know what? It's not even next year. I haven't gotten. We just finished the draft. Just finished. We're already getting a quarterback. I don't know yet. And all these people give me all these names, but I don't know yet. All right, guys, I'm going to knock out today. We got up to 88. We didn't get to 90. I'm disappointed. My birthday wish was to get to 90 likes. That was my birthday wish. And we didn't get there. So I forgot who cried during Remember the Titans. I could cry, but I'm not going to cry. And I'm vamping until I get to 90. And evidently, I got 89. It's my voice right now that I'm not even at 90 and I'm losing my voice. I'm just very upset right now. I'm almost too upset to play with my toys. I can't find it. Where'd it go, man? Oh my God, I can't find it. But you know what? We hit 91, so we're gonna close it out. Thank you, Zebra. I appreciate it. I'm glad you came in late. Christopher, I appreciate it too. Hurts for real, I appreciate it. LJ Day, appreciate it. Logic Fighter, appreciate it as well. Says 91 on my screen because I didn't refresh. And just for my birthday wish for all the 51 that hung out and everyone that's been hanging out, it's been so wonderful this last year. I'm gonna drop it out with. Blue, bringing you the best in New York Giants sports entertainment. Everyone have yourself a great evening, have yourself a great night, and I'm out of here.